Want to find out what's going on in your community? El Observador is San Jose's bilingual weekly newspaper. Go to your local newsstand and pick up your free copy today. Looking for the skills and training you need to get a new career? Call CTC, the Center for Training and Careers, and start working towards that new career today. Call CTC in San Jose.
Good evening. I'm Cihuapilli Rose Amador, and this is Native Voice TV. Welcome to the show. Today we have some very special guests with us. My good friend, Richard Windfeathers. Welcome, Richard.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you.
And Eagle Many Hats, Levy. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, tell me what KIA is. We hear a lot about the MIA and other terms when it comes to, I guess, memorializing our veterans. But what is KIA?
KIA started with the co-founder James Ortolani at Arlington Cemetery when he saw the POW MIA flag flying and the sun was going down. And he went up and tried to take the flag down because the flag was misrepresenting our prisoners of war. They are not dead. They're alive. We just have to find them, bring them home. So he formulated the idea to begin with the KIA, Killed in Action, a flag that represents and honors and remembers our soldiers that have lost their lives in combat for our country.
And so this flag has been around for a while.
Yes, it has. It started about 2006.
Oh, well,
really
that
getting
really isn't that long.
a foothold in the door. Before that, it was just finding people that would help us, because it costs money to make flags. It costs money to create them. And he had a hard struggle. He probably went in the hole $25,000 before he ever got it out the door. And
now,
then he called me.
You created one for Native Americans?
Yes. He contacted me at the National American Legion conference in Salt Lake City and chased me around for a day. And I didn't want anything to do with him. He's a fanatic about KIA. But he wanted a flag that represented Native Americans because he didn't feel the KIA flag was representing our spiritual ways and our journey as warriors when we walked the Red Road. So he gave that burden to me.
And what did you do at that point?
I became frustrated and upset just like he did, is what it boiled down to, because I had to contact a lot of our Pacific Northwest and Southwestern Native Americans and ask them, what can I put on this flag or make our own flag that will benefit us and give us a feeling for this flag? No one could really tell me for sure. I give all the credit for forming the flag when it finally came to me was Mike Nopa of the Mojave tribe on the Colorado River. He made what I told him to do. Was I wanted the medicine wheel and the eagle feathers, two of them, to represent our warriors. And he drew it up and made it for me and presented it to me, and I loved it.
Now, where do you live?
I live in Kingman, Arizona, and my tribe lives on the Colorado River about 60 miles away from me.
And which tribe is that? Tell
The
us your tribe.
Cihuapilli. We're the people who play with fishes.
Oh, okay.
The Mojaves saw us out on the water before they dammed up all the water, and we were out maybe waist high and reaching under the water with a basket and petting the fish and throwing them in the basket. The Mojaves said they're out there playing with fishes. So that's what became our name, the people who play with fishes.
Fish people. If I could add, Rose, that throughout, as Eagle has indicated, with the Native Americans killed in action, we have also done the research to know that the Native Americans lead this nation and those who serve this country. We have documented, and it has been documented through many of the organizations like the American Legion, VFW, over 210,000 Native Americans have proudly served this nation. So we are the leading ethnic group in this nation in serving our country.
That's what I had heard, the largest group per capita that's been represented. What branch of the military were you both in?
United States Army.
Okay.
United States Navy.
And now, Richard, I've seen you. That's where I first saw the emblem and carrying the flag, and you're wearing very similar types of outfits. So tell me about what your involvement has been.
Well, we started with the actual San Joaquin Native Vets Lodge,
Okay.
and as a color guard. And so we would do various powwows and the vets programs, and so we wanted to be a Native American color guard and carrying our flags proudly as servicemen. And certainly we tried to allow people to know that once we were in the military, we live that way the rest of our lives. We'll always be war fighters. So we decided that's what we want to do. And about a year ago, I ran into James, met James, and it was at Moss Landing, and he said, hey, I need somebody to start talking about the Native American veterans. So I got involved with James and listened to him that day speak to me, and as Eagle knows, he can really talk. By the time I knew it, by the end of the day, I was walking, and breathing this, America remembers our fallen heroes for the Native Americans. So I came on board as a spirit warrior and to help out, spread the same campaign to say that we need to honor those who have laid their lives on the line. This is very important because it is about the freedom that we have, and those who have laid their lives on the line. We need to know that. We need to let people know that.
Absolutely.
It's very important. Our freedom is here. We have it. But people have died on the front line for it. And that's not just the men, it's also the women. So we honor that. And so, I came on board a year ago. And so it's been, a tree. I fall under Eagle as one arrow here in the northern region here in California.
Now, what is the goal? To have different chapters, have different organizations, or how are you getting the word out?
I'm doing it by word of mouth and by the reputation and the character of other natives that are able to stand up, speak proudly, and be their own person and not be drug along into a mainstream, but able to stand up and say, we're not forgetting our Native Americans. One of the things that I have found is when I got out of the service, I was done. I didn't want to talk about it. I wasn't interested in it. Don't even ask me if I was a veteran because I didn't want to talk about nothing. I was done with it. I was like, it's over. And then the more I got involved with the Native American KI, I found out that no one knows of our Native American killed in action because nobody's talking about it. And when I started bringing the flag to reservations and telling the members of the tribe what this was about, what the Native American flag was about, they said, well, I had an uncle that was killed in action. I had a father that was killed in action. And they were just so open to talk to me, and they would accept that flag so willingly that something was finally given to them that honored them. Nothing else, just them and their family. And every flag we get, we lay out on a table, and the flag is signed. Could I get you all to bring in those flags?
Yeah, let's do that.
I'd like to explain the flag to you, if I may.
Yeah.
A second of time.
Let's introduce and bring on our ambassador messenger of our KIA Spirit Warrior, David Romero. And also let's bring on our staff, guardian of the staff for the KIA Spirit Warrior, Mike Trujillo.
Glad your brothers are
welcome to
with
both
us.
Thank
of
you
you.
guys for joining us. I really appreciate that.
Of course, we know Cihuapilli David Romero from Native Voice TV. He's
That's
our
correct.
photographer.
Oh. He's a great inspiration for us. Let me explain this to you. This line here represents those that were killed in action. This soldier here, he later died of wounds because of the action he was involved in. This is all sacred land in here. The only one who can sign in the center is a Gold Star mother that lost her son or her daughter. All around this flag, I place these on tables, and I ask all veterans widows, someone who has lost someone very dear to them, to sign this flag and to say whatever they want to say. This is their flag. This flag does not belong to me. It does not belong to David, to Mike, or Rick. It doesn't belong to us. We are messengers, spirit warrior messengers that give this flag to our veterans that have lost someone dear to them. That's what this is all about. We don't ask for money for these flags. We give them willingly, as we have spoke today here with one of your own staff that lost an uncle. We're going to make sure that he receives the Native American KI flag signed by veterans this weekend at Moss Landing, California.
Now tell me what's going on this weekend at Moss Landing.
Go ahead, Rick. I just talked a lot.
Okay, well, listen.
Before we go into that, so let me get some clarification. This is the original flag,
Yes,
and then
ma'am.
this one is the Native American one because it has the
medicine wheel and
wheels
the eagle feathers.
The eagle feathers on
Right.
both sides.
Right.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love these flags. They just have a very dear place in my heart. I have presented many of these flags, KIA, a Native American KIA, to families. And every time I give this flag away, it brings tears to my eyes and lumps my throat, and it shows me I'm really human. We all are when it comes to those we've lost.
And both of these gentlemen march in the color guard?
Mm-hmm. You bet.
Wonderful, thank you. All right,
We're proud to have them with us.
Yes, thank you, guys.
thank you.
At Moss Landing each year, we are using this as our annual year to get together. Jim Gilbertson is the actual owner of Eagle Emblems, and it's off of Highway 1 there at Moss Landing. So he gets together with all the veterans, and they come, and we present a program there for all our veterans to come and relax, socialize, and just be able to share their stories, with each other. And of course, as Eagle said, we have our flags out there for people to come and sign. We are, again, parallel with the Gold Star family, so they do have the guest speakers. Some of them are Gold Star family members who come out and speak, share their testimony, share their loved ones with us. Local congressman, and sometimes even the mayor comes out and speaks. So, it's a great program, and Jim is using this as an annual for our veterans. So we're looking forward to it. This will be our second year there, and my color guard will be bringing in staff and colors for that program. And of course, Eagle Levi will also have a booth, as well as we will be there as well to share with the public. And we invite everyone to come out. We want them to come and sit with the veterans. As Eagle has said, many of the presentations that we do, we present those flags to our families. And I think it's so, as many times as I've come here and shared with you the loss of a loved one, to be able to share that with the family and let them know that they're not going to be forgotten, and remember that they took the time out, to wear the uniform and serve their country. So it's very, as Eagle said, we're very proud to be a part of this program and be a part of what we're doing, and it's wonderful to see so many come out and be a part of that, Rose.
Wow. Now, I've seen your color guard at the powwows.
Yes.
Is that something that you're doing nationally, or is that something you just started locally here?
Well, we've been at it for almost a year and a half. We knew our powwows needed color guard to bring in certainly our staff first, and then our flags. And so as we came together, we said, well, why don't we guys, let's just be a color guard and do this to honor, number one, the powwows and the veterans events. And so as we started, we just kept going, and now we even received an award for us being the color guards for our powwows and stuff through the Friendship House out of San Francisco. So we're very proud to have that, and as many powwows as we've done, they're very proud to see that, yeah, our veterans are coming out. They are carrying the flags, and when we're there, we want to invite them to also come out and carry a flag with us. So they don't have to be in a uniform. They're a veteran, they want to carry a flag, we do that. We also, for many of the powwows, have not been familiar with the KIA or the NAKIA. We also, along with that, present the organization, that puts on the powwow, we present them also with the KIA. So on their annuals, they can also fly that flag.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So you started it in Arizona. So is this something that's also took off in Arizona, or mainly California, or?
We
How
do
you
the
doing
Honor
with it?
Guard in Arizona also with
you
the
do?
KIA. And in May of this year, the Native American Killed in Action flag was presented to the Omaha Honor Guard, the Zuni Honor Guard, and the Comanche tribe in Washington, D.C. At the cemetery, the Arlington Cemetery. They were presented with a flag when everyone was all together for the Run to the Wall ceremony. So our flag has become nationally known. We are not putting it on TV as for the first time, and it's going to stay native. This flag belongs to the natives. It's going to stay native as long as I have anything to say about it. It's not getting out of the hands. Walmart's not going to have it.
Good.
Sam's not going to have it, or
Thank you.
anybody else.
Target, nobody.
It's going. This flag belongs to veterans, and it's going to stay in the hands of
Oh,
veterans.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Also, Rose, as we're also doing this, we are sending our flags back overseas to Afghanistan, and our troops are combined with what we're doing. They're jumping in. They're signing the flags. As Eagle said, they've signed the outside of the flags on the outer circle, and they are sending them back to us. So, you know, we are bringing them out to share with the public that, yes, even our troops are in support of this flag. So it's, you know, again, they're serving now until they are actually out of the service. You know, they're servicemen. But when they get out, they'll be veterans.
Right.
So we're very proud to see that we're getting the support from those in Afghanistan as well.
It's wonderful.
And before Afghanistan, it was in Iraq.
Yes.
Our flag is in Iraq, and we have photos of it with the entire squads, platoons, and in front of buildings. Our flag is flying and has been flying. Right. And I believe it's a great honor to be part of this. One of the projects I'm working on right now is a bumper sticker that says, every day should be Veterans Day. Veterans Day should not be clumped up in one day where we honor our soldiers that have fallen. It should be every day that we have the thought that we have people out there that are defending the way that we have chosen to live in our country. We
That's
take
true,
care of a
because
lot
so
of people.
many are forgotten after they come
Yes,
back.
they are. They are
And just
forgotten.
pushed aside. They don't
Right.
receive services they should be getting.
I didn't even know a tribe that lives close to me. They lost 7 Hualapai men in the Vietnam War. They never talk about it. They don't answer to anybody. And when I brought the flag up to them, they just, that flag flies in front of the administration building on the Hualapai Nation.
Oh.
Yes. It flies with the Jemez tribe, the Hualapai tribe, the Mojave tribe has it in their chambers. We are getting this flag out, and we're saying, this is your flag.
Yes.
Honor it. Fly it. Do not put this flag on a shelf. It rots after 4 days on a shelf. It needs to be flown. We put a chemical in it that will rot the flag. Yeah.
We'll know whether you feel
Yeah.
it or not.
There you go.
All
Yeah.
right.
Rose,
That's
even organizations that support our veterans, whether they service with them, if they're looking for jobs, and those organizations that do assist our veterans in any of that rehabilitation, or whatever, we're asking them too. If they would like to, we'll present a flag to your organization in support of that. And they too can fly that flag or have that flag on display so our veterans can see that, yes, your organization or any organization that wants to support that they at least see that flag and know that it's available. So, you know, we want you to know that as well, that we will present the flag to any organization that supports our veterans.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We have Post 22, American Legion Post in Arizona, in Mojave County, was the first post in Arizona to raise the KIA flag on their grounds, the first one. The last flag that was presented in the last 24 hours was to a little gas station off of 5 and Lost Hills called the Baruch or Barrow, a new little gas station. A family was in there, they own it. And they were so nice to us when they found out we were veterans, and if we needed a place to park for the night, they said, stay here, stay here.
Oh.
I presented a flag to them, and they spent 4 hours that night hooking up pipes together to raise that flag.
Oh.
In the evening, it was 11 o'clock when they got the flag raised. This is how some people are feeling towards our veterans. And I explained what the Killed in Action was, and they loved it. And it's flying in Lost Hills.
You know, Igor, you just said Post 22. In Lodi, California, American Legion Post 22 has its first Native American commander. We also have presented that Post 22 with NAKIA flag to fly. So as you see in the conversation alone, how many are certainly embracing and opening their arms so that way we can help share America Remembers Our Fallen Heroes, Rose.
Absolutely.
And you asked me a question earlier about, is this an organization, a chapter, or what? I had to put something together that formulated all of us, that gave each individual spirit warriors his own territory where would not infringe and be bothered by another spirit warrior, so they were bumping heads. So each spirit warrior has as much territory as he can manage and pass the Native American and the KI flag out. So we have one in Northern California. That's Richard. This is his territory. He takes care of everything here. He doesn't have to ask me for anything. This is his up here.
This is the patch that we received from Eagle as a spirit warrior. I'm One Arrow, and my guys that are involved with it also have a patch. And so by wearing this patch, we know that truly we belong to not an organization, but a family of veterans who are
We're a nation.
A nation of
Yeah.
veterans. And so we're proudly wearing those things. So when you see that out there at a powwow, you know that we're truly the spirit warriors.
How many states are you represented in?
Every one of them, if I can find a native up there that'll take the flag and say, I'll do something with it, and I will find every warrior that has been killed in action, and I will present their family with a flag. Contact us. Right. If you see anyone wearing this patch, that means that they support our Native Americans that have been killed in action.
Beautiful.
Right.
And well, how do you purchase patches and flags and so forth? How does your organization do this? Do you do fundraising? How do you?
We have a website, www.kiawarriors.com. They can go and they can learn everything about our nation, every step that we have followed, all our events, our calendar events, things coming up, quotes from other combat soldiers, stories about those that have been killed in action. We have a store where they can buy their flags, their patches, their license plates, anything that they need. Even this hat, the chimney hat, these can be purchased. And I've been questioned about these hats because we also ride a lot of motorcycles to get to our events. 80 miles an hour, these hats don't fly off your head. That must be something good about it.
That's right. Okay, give me that website again. That's important for people.
www.kiawarriors.com. And our information is there, how to contact us.
And can people make donations on the site?
Yes, they
or-
can. In
Okay.
fact, our webmaster asked if, don't you think we should put a donation button on there so people can donate if they want to?
I mean, you know, they might want to help you get flags to give away to other
Right,
people.
and we welcome that all the time wherever we go through vets programs or powwows. We you know, let them know, and sometimes most of the vets they know. We don't have to ask. Do we have that box out there? They put it in there because they know that we are struggling to do these things, but that's okay. We're willing to do this, and I think it comes from the heart. Most of this comes from the heart.
I can see that.
As most of us always say, even where I come from, Rose, and my grandfather always said, if I spoke from my heart, my words become of iron, they're strong. So that's how I see that in our veterans. I see that very clear, that they truly believe that what we're doing. So we're excited and wanting to be out there as much as we can.
So if there's someone watching the show and they're interested in participating, they should just go on the website, contact you. Is there a contact point on there?
Yes, yeah, our door is open.
Okay.
It's what I'm looking for is people with quality. I don't want quantity. Quantity doesn't mean anything to me. But the quality of an individual who says, yes, I represent Native Americans. I want to give them their honor and respect deserved. I want to talk to them. I want to make them part of us. and show them what we do. Because I'm going to tell you, everybody's going to go on the whole helping and giving freely. It just can't be helped. But if you can give it and go in the whole and you feel good in your heart, you're doing the right thing.
That's right. We have about a minute left, so if you can give me some closing remarks, but I'd like to ask the other two gentlemen to come and stand on the back of the set
welcome
here
back.
as we close
Welcome
out the
back,
show.
David Romero's,
catch them off
Ambassador,
guard here.
Spirit Warrior, Mike Trujillo, welcome back. Come on in, guys.
And thank you guys for being here, too.
We're being here, Rose, we want to thank you for having us, and, you know, to contacting us. We are the San Joaquin Native Vets Lodge, and we are the Spirit Warriors of the KIA. You can contact us as well through the website. And, you know, David, as everyone knows, seen David out there at the powwows and the vets program, so we're glad to have David, and certainly with Mike Trujillo as our newcomer. He's come on and helped us out a lot, so we're very grateful for that. And so, like as Eagle said, sometimes it's a few that do more than a quantity. So we're grateful for that. So Eagle, you have anything?
Thank you for coming all the way from Arizona to be on the show.
Well, you know, it's an honor, and you know, I'm really in awe of you that gave us this time to talk with the KIA.
It's an important message that we need to get out there. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for joining us on Native Voice TV. We'll see you next week. Good night.